Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of this Pro Wrestling Noah series here on the channel using TW 2020 in the year 2011, as it is our Junior Heavyweight Tag League tour, and then it's going to end out with a great voyage in Osaka, which will be the second one of this schedule, even though it's the first one in the series. I know it's kind of confusing, but figured try to keep that to real life as possible with this schedule, as the teams for this Junior Tag League are as followed. We have the Anti-No Mercy Union of Kotori Suzuki and Taiji Shimori. That's fun since they have no chemistry together, but I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to that. I wanted to have Ishimori, also want to have Kotori Suzuki. At one point I was hoping for an Ishimori, Ricky Marvin, and Atsushi Aoyagi and Kotori Suzuki team, but that's where we're at. That's just kind of we're stuck with them, and it still should be okay. They should do like mid 50s, but still, I was hoping for the Ishimori Ricky Marvin team. It's Tiger Mask and Koji Kanemoto's the next team. The New Japan fucking Legends Junior team. That should be interesting. They kind of pull somewhat bad ratings, but Tiger Mask was pop. Well, I say that Tiger Mask and Low Ki had the best match so far, the save so far. So there is that. As Yin and Yang, as I'm calling them, as Jimmy Yang and Yoshitone. That's just I figured that'd be a fun little name for him instead of just being Jimmy Yang and Yoshitone, Yin and Yang. Still, it's forever funny that Jimmy Yang's picture is a pic from 2004. But sure, could I change that and make this mod a little bit more realistic? Yeah, sure, but it's just funnier. It being Jimmy Yang from when he was him and I'm trying to think who was the other guy that was with Tajiri. Nonetheless, it's still just from that time period in 2004. It's funny as hell. As the Time Splitters of Alex Shelley, Kushida, their stats are actually pretty good for what I was not really expecting a whole lot from them. But yeah, this is kind of like the start of when they're starting to become like an actual junior tag team and actually being a fucking problem. It's kind of the early 2010s. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun to see how they go throughout the tournament. As a No Mercy team of Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Jinbei. The No Mercy Junior team, even though Kanemaru was just the junior tag team champion with Kenta obviously vacating it and becoming the GHC Heavyweight Champion. So that's, maybe he'll get another reign as the junior champion, this time with Jinbei, though. As the bit of the thrown together team of Super Crazy and Nozawa. I was thinking like maybe we should just have them meet Paris Day Mall, but it just kind of felt like it'd be fun to bring in somebody from All Japan and somebody from AAA and throw them together and just kind of see what happens. So we went with Super Crazy Nozawa. That should be a kind of lower tier team as Super Crazy's Pop is not there, but Nozawa's is. So I think it's a fun dynamic. As Daisuke Harada and Hajime Ohara, two guys who will become a bit of a staple in the junior division in the upcoming years, but obviously in 2011 they would be brought in just kind of as like a Michinoku Pro act as kind of like the younger guys, and that's fun. Low Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. are the last team, which is a bit of a fun team. Obviously, Zack, he would be brought in to this junior tag league, but I forget who his partner was in real life. This was during the WXW Noah kind of alliance that they had, so they brought him in after their the show they did in Germany. That was that, and it just felt like that'd be a fun team with Low Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. So we went with it. That's the 8 teams, and these 8 teams are going to battle it out over 7 tour dates. And the winner, the winner and the runner-up will battle it out at the Great Voyage show in Osaka to determine who is the new GHC Junior Heavyweight Champions. Junior Tag Team Champions, rather, because obviously the Junior Champion is Kotori Suzuki. So if his team is first or second, maybe they'll have something as far as maybe he'll be double champion or he'll just defend his belt on this show, which is probably not going to happen because obviously most of the high level junior guys are in this tag league, and I'm assuming the good ones are going to be at the top, and so you have maybe an outsider, maybe someone from New Japan, maybe someone from All Japan have a junior match with them. The possibilities are a bit endless on what we could do with that. As far as the actual tour goes, I am a little nervous about how it's going to go because I did lay off a good bit of people for vacation just to kind of give them some time to rest and heal up. Some kind of bigger names, but we still have like Kinsuke Sasaki. We kind of have all of Kensuke Office, so we have that if we need something on the show, because we will. obviously, with it being 8 teams, there'll be 4 matches for the Junior Tag League. That's far too less to have it, and we want at least 6 to 8 matches on the show. Probably we'll keep it at 6 for now, but it just that's what we're looking at as far as who's on vacation for the next couple of the next 2 weeks almost. As because usually this tour, it's usually a little bit longer than what it usually is. We'll just go to the calendar, as it's gonna end basically in 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy, but at the same time, we want to get this rocking and rolling and get it done and over with, so we can go into the Great Voyage in Osaka. I'm pretty sure this anniversary show, the show and the tour is what's going to be next, and obviously we'll have the Shining Navigation next as well. Then we'll have the Great Voyage in Tokyo. Volume 3 to just kind of round out the next couple of months. That's just kind of where we're looking at as far as going forward in this save. We did make money, but we did lose Pop by 1, I believe. We'll just look real quick. Yeah, we were at 67, now we're at 66, which is not too bad. Just for the first tour, our ratings are a little funky. We're just trying to tune that and get it better. But all in all, it's a weird mod. I think it's a mod that's needed, at least for as far as Noah goes, and needed some little bit of tuning. But what can I do? It's not my mod. I'm not responsible for it, as that's somebody else's opinion. But obviously right now with this Junior Tag League, I think it's going to be a bit of a step downwards in ratings, which is a little sad. But also too, at the same time, we do have some top level guys in there in this Junior Tag League, so who knows? All right, so this first tour, I don't think I want to have it be in Kanto. I think somewhere else. Just kind of look and see. We'll probably have to reset this now because we're back on tour. We'll just put it at 1,000 just to be safe. Yeah, let's see. We got Diamond Hall. Just got 1,000 people. Yeah, we'll just run the Diamond Hall. So our 4 Junior Tag League matches. We got the Anti-No Mercy Union taking on Zack Sabre Jr. Low Key. We got Kanemaru and Tiger Mask versus Harada and Ohara. We have No Mercy Time Splitters of Kanemaru and Jinbei, and then Yin and Yang and Nozawa and Super Crazy. So, kind of where we're going to look for this. Where should we set up how this show is going to go? I want to say the main event's going to be the Anti-No Mercy Union Low Key Zack Sabre Jr. I just feel like that's the best thing to go about it. And we're going to have Key beat the junior champion in Kotaro Suzuki, so we're going to set that up. Just a little, Kotaro Suzuki's fucking upset. I could have saw that one coming. We'll try and keep it strong, and maybe they'll... Okay, perfect. As then we'll probably do Jinbei and Kanemaru against the Time Switch. Jinbei is going to win for his No Mercy team, beating Kushida and Alex Shelley, which I wouldn't be surprised if Time Switch actually outperformed them there. And we're going to have Kanemoto and Tiger Mask, and Daisuke Harada and Hajime Ohara. And Hajime Ohara is going to take the fall to Tiger Mask just to keep Tiger Mask on the happy side of things. Yin and Yang against Nozawa and Super Crazy, which we're going to set that to steal the show. And Yin and Yang will get the win there against Super Crazy and Nozawa. Those are pretty basic there. So we're already at 62 minutes just right there. I think the biggest thing I want to do with this, and obviously we want to have kind of like a Young Lion type match here with, let's see where, Satoshi Kawajira. Kajiwara, rather. Jesus, I don't know why I fucked that all up. We'll have him take on Nakatoshi Saito. That seems fair, I guess. We'll give it 8 minutes. Saito getting the win there. Now, to open up the show, I think we're going to do a 6-man. Kensuke. As then we'll, let's see. Kento Miyahara. As it's looking like we probably... Yeah, we could do Nakajima. We'll just go ahead. Let's see what we're looking with. So we got Ogawa. Max Payne by Smith. Man, we're tough spot. I think we're gonna go with Taue. I don't know why I dragged it like that. We're going to go with Kobashi. And let's see here. Maybe Uncle June? Just throw Jun Akiyama out there? Nah, I don't think that'd make a lot of sense there. Yeah, that's a tough spot. I think we're going to do a tag match instead. Of Kensuke and Nakajima against Marufuji and Ogawa. Give it 20. This could be the technical master class. And we're going to have Nakajima beat Ogawa. Just a bit of a weird match there, but kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't make sense at the same time. At least one team makes sense from that perspective. And so we already got the show ready to go. Just want to look and see. Yeah, just the Time Splitters match and Zack Sabre Jr. being used a little too much. Yeah, let's bump down the Time Splitters match to 16. I don't think that's going to be enough. Yep, still being used too much. Oh, that's fine. You know, it's still right at 92 minutes, so we're still good as far as that time goes. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a goofy little show, because definitely this opening is going to be the best thing on the show, but still, you know, we want to give the respect to the Junior Tag League and have that be the main event. So we'll see what happens here on this first show. And then 60. Yeah, Marufuji and Ogawa's got some good chemistry, so that's fun. So Ogawa was almost the worst guy in the match. Nakajima slightly underperformed him, as Nakajima pinning Ogawa with a breaking German suplex, got the show off to a strong start. Yeah, man, not bad. Not bad at all. So 42 for the Akatoshi Saito Satoshi Kajiwara match as the Death Brand for Akatoshi Saito, and 827 as Kajiwara was off his game. That's tough as a 53 here for the, you know, Nozawa's super crazy. They have some great chemistry. Great to see that. We really rolled the fucking dice there, and it worked over well. I mean, Nozawa was best guy in the match. I figured so with his pop, but I wanted Super Crazy to take the fall there, and he did. So there we go. Perfect little match. Perfect little junior match. Hell yeah. Just under 10 minutes as well. Can't beat that. A 54 for the next match. Yeah. Figured Hajime Ohara would do. Obviously, you know, we've used him in the past. Harada and Ohara, but that's a Tiger Suplex 09 for Tiger Mask on Ohara. Yeah, Tiger Mask is 61, 49 for Kanemoto. Daisuke almost outperformed him. You love to see that. That's just a tough thing to see as far as Ohara. Not there yet. So 53 for the next match is Time Splitters and No Mercy. It's Kushida submitting Jinbei with a Kushida lock. Holy shit, I thought I had it the other way around. I thought we had Jinbei beating him. But it doesn't matter, because Kushida outperformed Jinbei, and Shelley outperformed Yoshinobu Kanemaru, so the right team wins. I'm not too upset about that. Hell yeah, Time Splitters. Big fucking win. Let's see how the main event does. And it's a 53 as well. Yep. So chemistry. But Zack Sabre Jr., the 42, is great to see there. Was very nervous to see how we would do, as far as, you know, pop-wise and in-ring-wise. But a 42, we can work with that. Kotori Suzuki and Taiji Shimori, 49, 48, obviously would have been a little bit better had they had, you know, chemistry and whatnot, but low-key getting the win, the ghetto stop. And the first night is in the books. Hey, we didn't lose any pop. I'll take it. You know, that's not a bad show. You know, the Junior Tag League, it's not a disappointment. So we'll take that. It's better that we just kind of stay afloat than it going down. Everything being in the 50s, kind of around the same time. I think that just kind of shows you that this junior division, there's not a lot of, like, there's not a top guy. It's a lot of other, now that we brought Kenta up out of the junior division, there's a lot of great, like, teams there. Sure, we could have had, like, Nakajima in it with Kento Miyahara even, and kind of had them run through people, but I just felt like they could have been used better elsewhere and kind of not in the tournament. But, I mean, it's still a good show for what I was just hoping it'd be above a 50. It was all I was hoping for, and it was, so I'll take it. 1 down, 6 to go, as we'll see what happens on night 2. Alright, let's see how this second night is. I think we're going to go to Hiroshima, yeah, to Astor Plaza there. Alright, so we're gonna just... So we got the Anti-No Mercy Union, Daisuke Harada, Hajime Ohara, and Taiji Ishimori is gonna beat Ohara there. That's just pretty simple. Probably giving it a little too much time, because of, you know, how kind of poorly Ohara has been doing as far as ratings-wise. So we're gonna bring that down, and just have that be an all-out match there. That's probably going to be the opener of the 4, or I guess the first of the 4 matches. This is definitely going to be the main event, Tiger Mask Low Ki. Tiger Mask is going to get that win back over Low Ki from the previous tour. That's definitely going to be the main event there. No Mercy 2 of Jinbei in Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Kanemaru is going to pin Jimmy Yang and get the win in 12 minutes. Super Crazy Nozawa against the Time Splitters. We're going to have Shelly actually beat Nozawa, which is kind of nuts. We might change that, actually. We're going to just have that be Super Crazy. No, we'll keep it Nozawa. Yeah, it's... Oh, yep. He's got creative. Wow. That's kind of the shitty thing about sometimes getting people off talent trades and whatnot. Some people have creative freedom. And we'll block that shit in a heartbeat. We'll go with Super Crazy then. There we go. Well, looks like Nozawa's not taking a lot of pinfalls. This is probably going to be the co-main. Right there. I feel confident about that one. And for the rest of the tour, or the rest of this card, Jesus, I am all over the place. Let's go with just a tag match of Taue and Marufuji. Against Akatoshi Saito and Bison Smith, I guess, since they're just a team already. There we go. We'll have that be 12 minutes. And we'll have Marufuji and Saito. So I don't remember if I had a Steal the Show match set. I did not. Luckily, I don't need a technical masterclass. I think that's... I either already have one, or... Let's see. I don't know. I guess not. Guess that's just the New Japan save, where you have to have both. That's perfect. And we'll have a Satoshi Kajiura match against Kendo Kashin. Just throw Kendo Kashin out there. Keep it 10. Kendo Kashin gonna get the win. There we go. And we'll let that be Steal the Show. Even though it won't. It's going to be an okay match, not great. Oh, so we need to give some matches some time here. Probably give this one a little bit of time. Give it 14. There we go. I think we should be good to go. Yep. Let's run the show. Let's run day 2 here. 27. They don't click. And Kajiura again was off his game. Not a. Took the pro way to start the show, and cooled the crowd. Yeah, that was just a shit show and a half. Kendo Kashin with a 41. Not good. 56 here for the tag match of Taue and Marufuji against Akatoshi Saito and Bison Smith. I mean, not a bad match, all things considered. As a 56 might be the best thing on the show. I was talking shit about it, but Bison Smith, away from Keith Walker, not a bad guy. Outperformed Taue. So did Akatoshi Saito. I mean, that's kind of crazy. There we go. 48 here as, and Yoshitone Bruce, his pectoral muscle. Hopefully he's able to continue the tour. Because that would suck if he would not be able to. There's No Mercy. Beating Yin and Yang in 14 minutes. Yoshinobu Kanemaru pinning Jimmy Yang after the deep impact. Hopefully Yoshitone's injury doesn't affect him. It's going to affect him in the matches, but hopefully it doesn't affect him as taking him out of the tournament. 48 though, first time a match gets under 50 in the tournament. And Yoshinobu Kanemaru got some heat backstage because he caused it with a botch injury. Or a botch move. Oh, and there is another injury. A separated shoulder. He's definitely not going to be able to perform with that. And Hajime Ohara. Man, we just have no luck with injuries. No luck at all. I mean, this has been the first, or it's the second tour now, and we've had 4 injuries. This is crazy. As Anti-No Mercy Union beating Daisuke Harada and Hajime Ohara. Ishimori pinning Hajime Ohara, the Himosylio, as, yeah, I mean, That ain't it, Chief. A 39, too. Not good there. So 53 for the Super Crazy Nozawa Time Splitters match. So yeah, I mean, Shelly, best guy in the match. Hell yeah, Super Crazy Nozawa off their games. I-94 for Alex Shelley pinning Super Crazy there. Kushida outperformed everybody thanks to Super Crazy and Nozawa being off their game. That's good stuff. Fuck yeah, Time Splitters. Doing well. And the main event gets a 58 as Tiger Mask and Kanemoto get the win as Koji Kanemoto and Tiger Mask beating Low Key and Zack Sabre Jr. as Tiger Mask hitting the Tiger Suplex 2009, rather, I guess we'll just go with, as Tiger Mask outperformed everybody. Low Key with a 58, and then Zack Sabre Jr. and Kanemoto did about the same, which is awesome, seeing Zack Sabre Jr. is almost in the 50s. Great to see that. Alright, so we saved the show thanks to that main event. And really the tag match of Taue and Marufuji and Akatoshi Sato and Bryce Smith. We'll see what the medical's looking like after this show. I mean, I'm assuming Ohara can't continue. Like, there's just no way. Separated shoulder. I don't see that happening as far as him able to keep going. Maybe, just maybe, one team will be out. Hopefully not two. As, yep, can't work there. And Yoshito and Lisa is being worked through. Well, we can we can, take out Daisuke. We're gonna have him have a replacement. It's a tough scenario here. Because really, as far as, like, who could Daisuke team with on such short notice, so literally this night we'll have to trade for somebody and whatnot. As, yeah, we got a lot to think about. we have a lot to think about as far as Daisuke Harada, what should do, should we have them just vacate all the rest of the matches and lose them all? It's tough. Tough decisions before we go into night 3. Alright, so we not only have found the replacement, as you see over there, Momono Seishei tag. It is Atsushi Katoji. As you see, we have found a replacement for Hajime Ohara, as it is going to be Momono Seishei tag. So obviously, it's going to be Atsushi Togi, as it just makes sense. They probably should have been the team to be getting with instead of Daisuke and Ohara, just because obviously, like, Katage is probably, I think the pops levels were better, and I think in-ring wise is going to be better, so just all around, we should have won with that. And we'll go with the backstage incident here, which is Kanemaru and Kenta Kobashi. As Kanemaru was brought before wrestler's court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up, annoying everyone else. Kobashi found him guilty and sends him to clean it up and buy drinks for everyone after the show. Alright. Kobashi laying down the law. As hopefully everybody is not here. Okay. So yeah, that's good. I don't know why I said that. Hopefully everybody's not here. Hopefully everybody is here, rather. As, let's see. We can go to Sapporo, maybe? That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Let's kind of go down the line. It's, one by one. So we got Anti-No Mercy Union, Super Crazy Nozawa. Low Key, Zack Sabre Jr., Yin and Yang, which now Yoshitone's hurt, so that match can be a little bit, that might just be a co-main match. No Mercy, Kanemaru and Tiger Mask, and then Time Splitters with now Atsushi Tage, and then having Daisuke Harada of Momono Seishei tag. That will probably be after this. This is probably going to be the first match, with Ishimori getting the win there. Doesn't matter who loses. As we got Time Splitters and Momono Seishei, which they're going to get the win as Daisuke is going to beat Kushida, which is the original plan was going to have Daisuke beating Alex Shelley, but Shelley's been outperforming everyone, so we're going to go with Kushida instead. And Low Key, Zack Sabre Jr., Yin and Yang. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to take the fall to Yoshitone, which that's going to get changed now to now Jimmy Yang. Hell yeah, and then that's not probably, I think this is going to be after that, but Yoshinobu Kanemaru is going to pin Koji Kanemoto. Kanemoto's pissed. What a surprise. Keep him strong there. Hell yeah. So we'll probably... this is a tough one to really put together. I know this is going to go there. No Mercy's probably going to main event. And yeah, something a little bit like that I think will work. And so I think we need to steal the show. Yep. And that should be it. Obviously, I'm gonna do a tag match of Jun Akiyama, Akatoshi Saito rather, against, as well, exclude everyone. It's gonna be a tough one, but I think we're gonna go with Aogawa and Marufuji since they somehow have good chemistry. One that just seems to be working for them. We're gonna have Marufuji beat Jun Akiyama to lead into a singles match between the two at the Great Voyage show. Hell yeah. I like that. And let's see here. I mean, let's change it up here. Let's have Nakajima, Kendo Kashin. We'll give Kajiwara a break as Nakajima's going to get the win there over Kendo Kashin. I think I would have learned not to have everything be all out. I can't help myself. Yep, forgot to do the steal the show. We'll have it be this. Hell yeah. Yeah, that can open the show as well. Maybe not a bad show. We'll see what happens on it. The 46 to kick it off. Yeah, I mean, there's Kendo. There's Kendo Kashin doing pretty well. They both do 48s. Nakajima's still off his game. He'd definitely be a lot better than 48, but that just kind of is what it is there. Just kind of have to move on with these ratings. As a 58 for Marufuji and Ogawa against Jun Akiyama, Akatoshi Saito's Marufuji pinning Jun Akiyama with a Shinryu. As Marufuji with a 66, 60 for Jun Akiyama, 51 for Ogawa, and then Akatoshi Saito. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting on one thing there. And now we're leading up to Marufuji and Akiyama. That's fun. So 54 for Anti-No Mercy Union against Super Crazy Nozawa. As Anti-No Mercy Union getting the win there as Ishimori pinning Nozawa to Hermio Celio as obviously Ishimori and Kotaro Suzuki. Obviously their timing's off, and then Ishimori's off his game. Yeah, I mean Kotaro Suzuki. Honestly, the wrong team won. You know, it should have been Nozawa and Super Crazy. Should have been. So, I mean, 54 though, and it's another 54. Yoshitone's injury still slowing him down, but I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. low key fun team there. I mean, obviously the wrong team wins, but I wanted to give low key and Zack Sabre Jr. a loss to an actual team that's a legit team. The Yang time for Jimmy Yang in 12:34. Zack Sabre Jr. though, I mean, obviously doing well. Doing especially well for his first little show. As the next matchup, yeah, Time Splitters killed him. Time Splitters should have won that one as well. Daisuke pinning Kushida with the Harada pistol. Daisuke with a 42. Tsushi Katage got a 35. 53 for Shelley. 48 for Kushida. So 53 though in the main event. Tiger Mask with a 59 there as Kanemaru pinning Koji Kanemaru with a deep impact. And 17:41. Given that some time, I just felt like that made the most sense. I mean, yeah, definitely the wrong team again winning there. That was just the night of the wrong teams winning. A lot of upsets on this day 3 show. Instead of 53, so we're not losing pop or anything. That was definitely, as far as shows go, one of the more cohesive ones because we didn't have Satoshi Kajiwara in the opener. But other than that, not a bad show at all. And we're also leading up to, the Great Voyage in Osaka now with the Marufuji Jun Akiyama match being set up. So that's fun. So we're doing we're multitasking here with getting kind of everybody some breaks, but also that's going to be on that Great Voyage show, but also giving things time to develop on this tour as well. So we're just killing two birds with one stone with this tour. Nothing you can really more ask for this tour. As we're almost halfway there of this tour, 3 days down, and basically 4 more to go. Crazy stuff. As we'll catch you guys the next one. Alrighty, we're gonna look at the standings after this episode. I think that before episodes into the tour, almost halfway point. We'll be well past halfway point at this show, as let's change venue, of course. So we just ran Sapporo. I don't want to run Osaka, because we'll be running there at the end of the tour. Let's see. This town. Maybe not there. Running out of the hotel now. Let's make it something else. Yeah, let's. Got a lot more options here. Just a Tadami Town Gymnasium. Yeah, this seems not bad. 600 people. We can do that. Alright, so the 4 matches for this tour. We have the Anti-No Mercy Union No Mercy match. That's probably going to be the main event. It just makes sense there. Kanemoto Tiger Mask, Yin and Yang, Low Key Zack Sabre Jr. The time splits, that's probably going to be the co-main. That should be a banger of a matchup. And then Super Crazy Nozawa, Momo no Sunshin tag of Itoji and Daisuke Harada as, well, just go ahead and add this one. Daisuke is actually going to beat Super Crazy. I think we're going to actually change that, to be honest. This team, God bless them. And Nozawa and Super Crazy, they've done really, really well. I want them to get a win. Let's give them a win and beat. Yeah, and there we go. Go with Kanemoto, Tiger Mask, Yin and Yang. Jimmy Yang is going to beat the Kanemoto Tiger Mask team. I don't think so. I hate to say it, but I think we're going to have to go with Tiger Mask over Yoshito. It just seems right there. That one need to change. Low-key, Zack Sabre Jr. time splitters. Low-key's going to get the win there. It doesn't really matter who takes the fall. That should be a fun match, though. And then Anti-No Mercy Union versus No Mercy, with the Anti-No Mercy Union getting the win over Kanemaru, as Taiji Shimura is going to pin Kanemaru on that one. So yeah, we just got to flip everything around. Good shit. Alright. So what else could we build, if we can? Because we have, obviously, let's do Nakajima and Gento against Bison Smith, Alex Payne. Sure. Just do that. Give it 12. Nakajima's going to pin Alex Payne there. Interested to see how as far as what we do as far as money this month, and just kind of how this tour is going to be as far as finances go. In the next match, we're going to go back to a singles match. I'm going to use Kentaro Shiga. Kentaro Shiga and Ogawa. Have a little junior match. Ogawa's going to get the win. Because fuck it. Why not? Alright. Yeah, I mean, not a bad show. We'll see how it... I mean, it's definitely, I think it's going to be better than the previous show, which was a 53. We'll see. See if I'm correct there. We got a 49 to open up the show. Bison Smith and Alex Payne. Absolutely zero chemistry together. That's fine. They were just there to take the fall. Kind of crazy Alex Payne outperformed Bison Smith. That's wild. Nakajima pinning Alex Payne to the bridging German suplex. There we go. Nakajima the 54. So Ogawa and Kentaro Shiga. The injury took a big toll on Kentaro Shiga, but still Ogawa gets the one with the backdrop suplex in 11 minutes. That's all we needed there. And the actual... I didn't know. Wow, Nozawa fractures his cheekbone. That stuff right when they win. It's Nozawa with the Nozawa driver on Atsushi Kotogi as Super Crazy and Nozawa definitely outperformed the other team. Outperformed Daisuke and Doge. I mean, it just wasn't even close, really. I guess it's somewhat close between Daisuke and Crazy and Nozawa, but still. Fractured cheekbone, that is tough. That's a third injury in this tour. As Kanemoto, Tiger Mask against Yin and Yang, as Kanemoto and Tiger Mask get the win there. 13 minutes is Tiger Mask getting the win with the Tiger Suplex. We should have gave that one to Koji Kanemoto, to be honest. Just because Tiger Mask has been getting the wins for that team. and it's kind of getting redundant at the point now. Still 57. I think that's one of the best matches we've had so far. With an injured Yoshitone. It's crazy. Another 57 here. As Key and Zack Sabre Jr. get the win. Shelley and Kushida are much more like actual coherent and actual like team. That could have gave maybe the advantage if we wanted to do an upset, but went with Key and Zack Sabre Jr. And still a fun match though. Very fun match there. 53 for Anti-No Mercy Union and No Mercy. So yeah, the wrong match went on last, but it needed to be. It's Anti-No Mercy Union and No Mercy. It's destined to be the main event, even though it sucked. Jinbei was the best guy in the match. It just god awful. The wrong team won. No Mercy should have won, but what can you do? What can you do? It's a 53 again. Good stuff, though, from the low-key Zack Sabre Jr. Time Splitters match and the Kanemoto Tiger Mask Yin and Yang match. As we'll look at the standings, as we have 3 shows left of the tour and then the actual final show that's happening in Osaka. Man, it's crazy how fast this tournaments went, obviously, because it's only 4 matches per show, and then obviously we had the extra 2. As let's take a look here at the tourney. So, we have a 2-way tie for first, with 6 points, Anti-No Mercy Union and Kanemoto and Tiger Mask with 6 points. They still have to face each other, so that's fun. It's then a 3-way tie for second, or 4-way tie for second, rather, as I didn't see Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. down there, as we got Yin and Yang, Time Splitters, No Mercy, and Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. all with 4 points. And, Time Splitters and Loki, they just had a match, but and Yin and Yang and Kanemoto, they've all wrestled, at least as far as Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. So they're going to have to do well on this back half when it comes to No Mercy, Super Crazy Nozawa, and then Momo no Tsushin Tag. I mean, they may be able to finish with 10 points. Very well could with Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. And Time Splitters, they have Anti-No Mercy Union, Kanemoto and Tiger Mask, and Yin and Yang still. Intriguing last stretch. I'm assuming Super Crazy Nozawa and Momo no Tsushin Tag is not going to win this one. It's basically been mathematically eliminated, unless literally everybody loses. But, I mean, it's a slight chance they tie, but even then, they've lost to a lot. They just lose by tiebreak. So they're not going to win this one. But, I mean, Super Crazy Nozawa, I think they definitely earned their keep here, though. We might need to do Perros de Mal and have it officially be done in person. No, it seems like not a bad idea. The way their chemistry's gone, not a bad idea. As on to day 5 now. All right, day 5. We might run Kanto a couple of days just to kind of. Yeah, we'll run it days 5 and 6. We'll run days 7 and then obviously the Great Voyage in Osaka, just to kind of round it out. I think that'd be a fun way to end it here. Where do we go here? Do we go with Budokan? Not Budokan. Jesus Christ. Do we go with Korakuen Hall? We have some ideas here. But actually, I think Korakuen would be just a little too, because I think we have it as 1,000. Let's just put it as 2, just so we can get. Yeah, it's at 2,000. It's an idea to run it at Korakuen. At least a show. We got the Differ, of course. We got to run one show at the Differ. We got to. We might run that last. Might run that. I guess I haven't really looked to see what the card was for this show. Maybe we can run it at the Differ because we got Anti-No Mercy Union, Time Splitters. Yeah, I mean it seems like it's a pretty good show, so we'll go ahead and just run it at the Differ. We'll go Differ, and then we'll go Korakuen. We're really trying to get things rocking and rolling here, as the Anti-No Mercy Union are going to lose, actually, to Time Splitters. I'm making an executive decision right now, as we're going to have Shelly over Taiji Shimori. That's huge. It's huge for Alex Shelley. And it's crazy. Alex Shelley didn't even, not even just Taiji Shimori didn't even complain about it. That just shows you how far they've come. Jinbei and Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Zack Sabre Jr. Loki. We might need to give some of these matches some more time, As I'm just kind of looking at, that's a couple of matches that have been like 12 minutes. Is Kian Zack Sabre Jr. going to get the win there over No Mercy? Super Crazy Nozawa against, oh, well, I was hoping that wouldn't spoil it. But yeah, we're going to do Los Perros de Mal de Campeone as, yeah, we're, that's just, it seems like that just makes sense where we're going. They're doing so well. We're gonna hopefully we get Pedro Aguirre Jr. We're gonna bring in Halloween and Damien 666. That's gonna be another stable we're adding. Los Perros de Mal de Japón should be fun. Should be fun. As Super Crazy is gonna take the Voldo Dagger mask. I was hoping that they wouldn't show it, but alas, they are. As Jimmy Yang and Yin and Yang, Yoshito and Jimmy Yang are going to beat Momonosu and Shea Tag, as Jimmy Yang's going to beat Sushi Utage. As that just makes sense there all around. We're going to give some matches some more time here. We're going to give this one about 16. So I just feel like that makes sense, as we'll give the next match some more time as well. We're going to give that 18, actually. Yeah. There we go there. So now 22 minutes. And we'll need a Steal the Show match. So this is the last day where we don't have any of our kind of big stars, quote unquote. We still left some of them, like Marufuji and whatnot, but just from a perspective of, we're going to have, like, Go back and Suchiyora's back, and kind of everybody's going to be coming back. So that should make things a little bit more interesting as far as the rest of the cards go. I want to do Kobashi and somebody in a tag. Not sure who. I was thinking for some reason him and Cashin. It just kind of doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think we're going to do Kobashi Taue. And then Marufuji and Ogawa. That seems fun. That seems like a fun-ass match in the Differ. We'll give it some time as well. Actually, why not? I'm going to give it 13. 14's fine. So Marufuji is going to beat Kobashi. It's a big win. Especially as Kobashi's being pretty protected really well. But we're giving him a lot of momentum before the June match. And we'll let that be Steal the Show. Yeah, I figured he was going to be pissed about that one. I saw that one coming. He's still pissed. Alright. Fuck it. We'll just... We can get him. We can get him back. He'll be fine. And then, next match. Do another tag match. It's going to be all, nothing but tags. It's Akiyama, Akatoshi Saito. Against Nakajima and Miyohara. Actually, we'll do Kinsuke. Miyohara. Interesting match. We're going to give it 15 as well. And Jun Akiyama's going to beat Kento. Just to give him some momentum as well. Alright, I mean, not a bad match at all. Not a bad show, as far as we've had far worse shows on this tour. And it's actually almost 100 minutes. So that's another fun thing about this. We've still got a lot of people, we got Pornozawa working with a fractured cheekbone. We got a bruised pectoral on Yoshito, and we've had just so many injuries. So 64 for the opener. Jun Akiyama, though, 60. Kinsuke outperformed everybody, though. Kento Miyohara outperformed Akatoshi Saito. You love to see that. That is true from that perspective, even in 2011, I would say. As Jun Akiyama with the Exploder, though, in 13. Yeah, 1,000 people at the Differ. It's Marufuji pitting Kobashi, which is huge. I mean, they did about the same, like, pop-wise. He still got outperformed. Did Marufuji, but fun match, though. Fun match there. On to the junior tag, which is not going to be a bit of a letdown compared to that crazy-ass undercard. as Yin and Yang beating Momo no Shinshin tag in 12:50. Jimmy Yang pinning Atsushi Itoge as with a Yang time. Jimmy Yang with a 47, 44 for Daisuke, 39 for Yoshitone, even with an injury. Still outperformed Atsushi Itoge as a 59. Wow, it's really good stuff there. Tiger Mask with a 63. We should have gave it to Kanemoto or someone. I don't know. Again, at the same time though, Kanemoto, him and Super Crazy both did 47s. Nozawa with a 49. It's Tiger Mask really was the difference maker there. Carried that one, almost a 60. It's what a match here for Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. over No Mercy as Low-Ki and Jinbei. As Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Jinbei rather taking the fall to Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. Key getting the one with the Ghetto Stomp. Yeah, I mean Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. They're turning out to be quite a little team. Thanks to Low-Ki just being an absolute god in this mod. As Time Splitters versus Anti-No Mercy Union. Shelly pinning Taiji Shimori with the I-94. Great win for Time Splitters. You know, Shelly and Kushida outperformed them. Probably the wrong match to go on last again, as Ishimori was again off his game. But still a fun show and a fun couple of matches there. Probably our best show by far. You know, thanks to the undercard. Some good stuff. Some good stuff on this show. It took a little while for this tour to get cooking, but after a while, we were starting to really get some stuff rocking and rolling. As another show in the books, and that will lead us into another look at the standings there. We got a lot going on. We got a lot of stuff happening to end out this tournament. It's pretty close. You know, we have a lot of teams neck and neck. We've had some upsets throughout the shows and whatnot. As I will just look and see where we're at. Yeah, so the leader is Koji Kanemoto and Tiger Mask with 8 points. Can they get into double digits? They still have Anti-No Mercy Union and they have Yin and Yang. I mean, realistically, they could finish with 12 or stay at 8 and have Anti-No Mercy Union take the lead thanks to the tiebreaker. We have, you know, obviously Anti-No Mercy Union, Yin and Yang, and Time Splitters, and Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. all in second place. So that's going to be an interesting one, how to decipher that one. Who's going to be the second kind of guy? Is there going to be some type of tiebreaker, you know, to kind of see? Maybe that'll be necessary. As with Anti-No Mercy Union and Yin and Yang, they have not faced each other. Time Splitters and Anti-No Mercy have, and they have beaten them. So they have that tiebreaker advantage. And obviously with Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr., they have won over Anti-No Mercy Union as well. But they have lost to Yin and Yang, but they've beaten the Time Splitters. So that's it's getting intriguing there. It's No Mercy is probably going to not make it into the, you know, just looking like they're pretty much mathematically eliminated. Unless something crazy happens. But even then, they're just going to beat Super Crazy and Momo. So it's not going to, like, they're going to help them as far as tiebreaker-wise. Though they do have a tiebreaker win over Kanemoto and Tiger Mask. So maybe, if by some miracle, Tiger Mask and Kanemoto, but even then, they would still, they're mathematically eliminated. I'm just going to say it right now. They're pretty much done for. So it's now down to, really, you know, 5 teams. As we got the Anti-No Mercy Union, Kanemoto and Tiger Mask, Yin and Yang, Time Splitters, and Low-Ki and Zack Sabre Jr. for this Junior Tag League. And we have 2 more nights, as we'll see how this tournament wraps up here. Alright, as the next show here. Oh, we do have a backstage incident. Completely looked over that. As it's again Katori Shiga, as he was brought before Russell's court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab at the bar. And Kenta Kobashi found him guilty and sentenced him to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Alright. So, back to Kanto, and we're definitely going to go to Budokan for this. Or, why do I keep on wanting to say fucking Budokan? Korakuen all. It's just, simply, I mean, we'll definitely be undersized in Korakuen, but still, should be a fun little show. As, let's see here. So, we're towards the end here. Anti-No Mercy Union, Yin and Yang. Momo no Sushin tag against No Mercy. Super Crazy Nozawa, Low-Ki Zack Sabre Jr. Time Splitters is Kanemoto and Tiger Mask. So, the Anti-No Mercy Union in Yin and Yang. And Yin and Yang's gonna get the win there. That's a huge win for Jimmy Yang and Yoshitone. As, probably gonna be Taiji Shimori. Thought about it being Kotaro Suzuki, but I was like, better not. The Momo no Sushin tag. He's going to take the fall to No Mercy there. That makes sense, just from that perspective. That's going to be the first of the 4 matches. We're going to have Zack Sabre Jr. get the win this time. He's actually going to beat Nozawa, which I'm sure Nozawa didn't bitch about it. So, shocking. His Time Splitters versus Kanemoto and Tiger Mask. That's changing. That is changing, because we're going to have Kushida pin Koji Kanemoto. Huge win for the Time Splitters there. Kanemoto's furious. You know, I think I'm okay with it. Sure. As he almost doubled him in pop, yeah. Is Shelly a little bit better? As I'm assuming Shelly's almost... No, they're about the same. Yeah, fuck it. Fine by me. Huge win for the Time Splitters there. That's definitely going to be the main event, and we're going to give that a lot of time as well. We're going to bump that up to about 19 minutes, actually. We're going to give that a lot of time. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to have this match go here. We're also going to give that a little bit of time as well, just because I know that match is going to be pretty good. Give it 14. Yep, there we go. Alright. So, 24 minutes left to book this show. Man, we've, now we have, you know, everybody. Everybody's back. I think to celebrate everybody being back, we're going to have a big-ass 6-man of Kenta, Takayama. Maybe not. Because, obviously, there's not enough No Mercy people, so we can't do that. Well, that would be a tag match. As, Kenta, Takayama against the team of, we could do Sujiura, maybe? Sujiura and Sano. Because, as you'll see, after the Day 7 show, I'm going to run through the card of what, the, Great Voyage of Osaka is going to look like. We're going to have Takayama take on Takuma Sano one-on-one, just to... I feel like that'd be kind of fun to see play out, how I've envisioned how this is going to go. We'll give it 16. We're going to give Kenta the win, actually, instead of Takayama. But he's going to beat Sano. Fun match, though. That, and then we'll probably do a 6-man to actually open up the show. And this time we'll have Kensuke Office. As, well, yeah, we'll throw Okita out there. Kito and Kento. Against the team, Takeshi Morishima, Takeshi Rikio, and Muamanya. We're gonna give Morishima the win over Akita there. Oh. Why do I... That's happened twice now. Oh. There we go. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Kensuke's. I think we have that being all out. Let's bump that down a little bit. There we go. Oh, yeah. Steal the show. I'll have it be this. Perfect. Alright, 101 minutes. Yeah, I like it. Save and run the show. 51. Okita with a whiplash neck strain. That's great. So you got a 39. Worst guy in the match by far. Kensuke almost got outperformed by Morishima and Mama Yan. As 50 for Rikio as well. 49 for Kento Miyahara. Would have loved to see Kento Miyahara outperform Takeshi Rikio there, but that's alright. That's a fun little match. And it was Morishima who did it. That's great. Hino and Morishima now. As Kento Takayama against Takuma Sano and Takashi Sujiura. You know, yeah, Takayama and Kenta, I mean, they're definitely a force for No Mercy, and it's awesome seeing them doing well here, as I did that in ECW. And, you know, obviously Takayama's ratings aren't that great in that one, obviously because he's a little bit older. He's still, like, somewhat in his prime here. This is kind of like starts the decline of his prime, 2011, and, yeah, obviously in Japan as well, his stats are going to be a little bit better. But it's awesome. But Psycho Knee for Kenta in 16 minutes there. So 46. got another injury, bruised tailbone. As No Mercy getting the win. Kanemaru pinning Sushi Kotogi as with a deep impact. Yeah, I mean, he's the worst guy in the match by far. Jinbei and Kanemaru outperformed Daisuke Arata, so yeah. All goes well there. So next match, No Mercy Union and Yoshitone and Jimmy Yang. Getting the win. Actually, they probably shouldn't have got the win this time around. Should have been Ishimori and Kotaro Suzuki, but that's alright. Kotaro Suzuki was off his game and he got outperformed by Jimmy Yang. But Taiji Ishimori was the best guy in the match, which makes sense. In that perspective, yeah, 61. I figured this would be a really good match. Or not really good match. It'd still be a good match. This is Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. against Super Crazy and Nozawa. Zack Sabre Jr. tapping out Nozawa there. I don't think Zack has any finishers. We'll have to add some. As a key best guy in the match by far, Zack Sabre Jr. was the worst guy in the match. But he got the win, though. So, hell yeah. Getting a little bit better as Zack Sabre Jr. That's 62 in the main event. As Kanemoto and Dagger Mask take the fall to Alex Shelley and Kushida of the Time Splitters. And the Time Splitters getting the win is Kushida with the Kushida lock. Kuji Kanemoto, too, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, Shelley outperformed Kanemoto. Nobody was close to Dagger Mask, really. And sure, should that team won? Yeah. But it's fun. Hey, we put the Time Splitters over in Korakuen, over Dagger Mask and Koji Kanemoto, you know, it's just, we're trying to make some fucking guys here. We're trying to make some best junior teams. It's the last round robin show, as day 7, it's finally here. It's crazy how far along we've come. And I think I forgot, because Nozawa, as you see, wait, where the fuck was it? There we go. Nozawa and Super Crazy. Nozawa's loan went up, but we reinstated it, but it didn't obviously add it back into the pre-booking thing. So we'll have to do that. As obviously you see there, they're taking out No Mercy, because they're not the only team that's not fucking there. Let's put it in Osaka here, which should be interesting. I think we did the Osaka Herbis Hall, looks like, on the day 6 of the Breeze Tour. So let's, I mean, we can go right back there, I think, maybe. Yeah, 8:50, yeah. Works for me. There we go. Alright, so we'll, so, before we actually look at that, the tournament bracket here, before the final night, it's a 4-way tie for first, rather. Every time I always don't think of Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. down there. 4-way tie for first. And to decipher kind of how this all is playing out here, obviously Kanemoto and Tiger Mask, they're taking on No Mercy Union. If they win there, they'll obviously get 10. Now, the big thing for them making it to the finals is the Yin and Yang Time Splitters match, because obviously they're facing each other, and obviously both teams are at 8 points. Now, let's say they tie, you know, that would be very interesting, because they'd obviously fall short, and then it'd be down to Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. Then, you know, obviously, if, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. and Loki, they're taking on Momo no Shin Tag, and, you know, that seems to be a layup. Who knows? Maybe a fucking upset happens. And then, you know, really those 4 teams, a lot of different ways to happen, because Loki and Zack Sabre Jr., they beat the Time Splitters, but they did not beat Yin and Yang, which, if Time Splitters do beat Yin and Yang, and Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. win as well, then it looks like it's going to be Loki, Zack Sabre Jr., and then if Kanemoto and Tiger Mask win, then it'll be those 2 teams. And then obviously, you know, that's a lot of what ifs, you know, but it's very much an up in the air type of thing, you know, with as far as who's going to win and where exactly that's going to happen. A lot of things got to happen, though, you know, for a lot of different teams, you know, with Kanemoto and Tiger Mask. If they win, Time Splitters win, then it'll be those 2. Because even then, even if Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. win, they have the tiebreaker win. And that's huge. You know, that's a huge win for them, and they'll be in the finals. So it'll be a Time Splitters Kanemoto Tiger Mask finals. So that's a lot of things going to happen. Yin and Yang, you know, if they beat Time Splitters there, that's going to be a tough one. Because they didn't beat Kanemoto and Tiger Mask, but they did beat Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. So that's another one where it's like, no matter what happens between Loki and Zack Sabre Jr., if they win or lose, Yin and Yang is going to make it to the finals and they'll take on Kanemoto and Tiger Mask. A lot of different ways of going about this. It's a very exciting junior tag tournament, and I think this was the best way, I think, going about it, to where it's not just 2 teams or 3 teams, it's 4 teams that are involved in the finals, and the other 4 teams are just outside the picture. They are with Anti-No Mercy Union and No Mercy, both having 6, and Super Crazy Nozawa Momono Tsunoshin tag there with 2 points. Very, very, very fun there. That's just kind of thought like that was the best way of going about it. We'll go ahead and just do the No Mercy match. The No Mercy Nozawa Super Crazy match. And so we should probably have Super Crazy and Nozawa be an actual team by now, the way we've used them. Just with their great chemistry. Should have done that after the first show. And then No Mercy here. Kanemaru a bit annoyed, so we might want to try to win him over here. But actually, we're going to go with Los Perros de la Mal de Japón, as we'll probably have Nozawa be Jinbei. Big show. I mean, that's a big win, and that's a huge moment for... they're officially not that, even though they're dubbed that here. Their big debut for Los Perros del Mal de Japón is gonna be the actual final show here of the tour, the Great Voyage in Osaka, Volume 2. As now we'll go on with the rest of them. So we'll go with Loki as Zack Sabre Jr. next, just for the climactic of it all. So Zack Sabre Jr. is actually gonna lose to Daisuke Harada in a big win for Daisuke in a huge upset. There. Huge. What a win. What a win there. That is massive. Then you have Anti-No Mercy Union, Kanemoto, and Tiger Mask. Anti-No Mercy Union are going to get the win. They're going to beat Tiger Mask against Kotori Suzuki there. Huge. So Yin and Yang, time splitters. Jimmy Yang over Alex Shelley. No. That is not going to happen. It's going to be Alex Shelley. And it's going to be over Yoshitone. So, just to kind of reiterate here. Now we're looking at the tournament and see just kind of where everybody falls. So, time splitters over Yin Yang. 10 points for them. Kanemoto and Tiger Mask fall short to the Anti-No Mercy Union. 8 points for them. 8 points for Anti-No Mercy Union, who they lost to Yin and Yang and time splitters. So... and they lost to Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. Now, Loki and Zack Sabre Jr., they are in a very interesting spot. Because really, realistically, they should have been the team that goes to the next round. But they have the tiebreaker over Kanemoto and Tiger Mask have the tiebreaker over them. So, we are going to have one actual... Well, let's... we might change this up a little bit, just because it's a little bit more hectic and a lot more crazy. We'll just have low-key Zack Sabre Jr. get the win. So now we know, okay, it's Key and Zack Sabre Jr. They actually have the 10 points, and they have the tiebreaker win. So now they'll beat the Time Splitters to have it. They'll be number 1. Time Splitters will be number 2 with 10 points. So that's our finals right there set up. Low-key Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Time Splitters. Much easier to decipher all that whatnot. So we'll probably have probably bump this up to over here. Bump that there. There we go. And we'll just kind of give more time for these matches here. Gonna give it 20. That's a lot of time, but I feel like that's the right decision there. Same thing for this Zack Sabre Jr. low-key match. I'm gonna give that a little bit of time. Give it 16. Alright. 70 minutes, so we're at 20 minutes right on the dot. And yeah, I mean the amount of injuries we have is hilarious. We'll just go back here, just kind of show everyone. Oh, I hit the wrong goddamn thing. We have 8 injuries, 3 here, and or no, we actually yeah, and 5 here. So crazy. Plus the Shibata's doing training. Luckily, only 3 of them have people out, and then 4 if you count Shibata's training. But just crazy how our two tours have caused 8 injuries. Just nuts. Yeah, and then now we'll see what the rest of what we can do for the rest of this now. And so the Kings of Wrestling of Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, of course. As they are going to take on Kenta Kobashi in Go Shiozaki, which is pretty awesome. The little burning team. We'll throw in Kentaro Shiga, and then we'll throw in Alex Payne. Little 6-man action there. And we're going to have Kobashi. Actually, no, we're going to have Go pin Hero. Just a fun match there to set up for that. And also, what else can we do to really set up something? Oh, we do need to steal the show, so we can do something like that. Singles match. Excluding the booked people. Let's see, we're in a kind of tough spot here. Let's do Taniguchi against Rikio. What a terrible match this is. I feel like we've done this before. Yeah, we've done a tag version of that. Ooh, this is going to be bad. Takeshi Rikio is actually going to get the win there. As much as I hate to do that. Because Taniguchi, I felt like could have done it a little bit better. In that match, and probably will, but he'll probably outperform them because of the pop. Alright, so, yeah, we got it set up. Let's run the show here. A 40, yep, it's close, and they don't click. As Rikio gets the win there with a 40 rating. 60 for the 6-man of Alex Payne and the Kings Wrestling against Kenta Kobashi, Go Shiozaki, and Kentaro Shiga. So just fucking burning, and Go Shiozaki winning with the moonsault. See Kobashi, best guy in the match. Go Shiozaki with a 65, 57 for Hero, 53 for Claudio, 43 for Alex Payne, and 36 for Kentaro Shiga. So 61, Anti-No Mercy Union versus Tiger Mask and Kanemoto. As, man, what a win there for Kotori Suzuki on Tiger Mask with the Blue Destiny. Tiger Mask carrying that one. Good little match. Good little match there. 57 for Nozawa Super Crazy against No Mercy. Nozawa Driver and on Jinbei. Nozawa outperformed Kanemaru, but he couldn't outperform Jinbei. The wrong team won there. Kanemaru and Jinbei probably should have won that one, but I'm going to give a win to Nozawa there. It's a 58 for Key and Zack Sabre Jr. against Momo Seishin Tag, as low-key pinning Itsushi Kotogi as with the Ghetto Stomp. 63 for low-key, 45 for Zack Sabre Jr. Outperformed everybody. Did Zack and low-key, so that's good to see there. Fun little match, 58. So 55 in the main event. Alex Shelley punching his ticket for the Time Splitters with the I-94, and they are going to the finals as, yeah, and you see there, joint winners of Time Splitters and Low-Key and Zack Sabre Jr., which will mean the actual finals will come down to those two teams. Very fun there. Very, very fun. So, the card that we have lined up, I think it's only halfway done at this point, but I'll still show it. And we'll kind of show the rest once we get to the actual show. Just because right now, just kind of filling out everything and just kind of like, where should everything go and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, this loading screen took way too long than what I assumed it would be. Now the game's wanting to crash. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. My oh my. It's still loading. Jesus Christ. Say a smart man would just, not have. Okay, there we go. And is Paraguay finally signed? Yes, he is. Okay, awesome. Got Paraguay. So that's gonna add to that match. Perfect. As so the card looking a little bit like this. We can get rid of this junior on standings. Bump that up. It's the Great Voyage in Osaka, Volume 2. So far, we got 6 matches. Well, 5.5 if you want to count the opener there. So we're going to have Los Perros del Mar de Japón, Paraguay Jr., Super Crazy Nozawa, against some type of 6-man team. Not exactly sure what yet, but that should be a lot of fun to see how Pero does. But Super Crazy Nozawa has been a fun little junior team. We got something clicking, with that. Huh? It's we could do maybe some type of anti-No Mercy Union thing, but I don't think we can, though. Again, we don't really have enough pieces for that. It's Takuma Sano in the Yoshihiro Takayama match. That's good. Takayama's hopefully going to beat the living shit out of him. Is what I'm hoping for there. As the junior heavyweight title matchup, as it's a GHC junior heavyweight title match, Kotori Suzuki, the GHC junior heavyweight champion, defending his championship. I like having a little C by his little name here, so I'm just going to add that. Don't mind me. Versus Minoru Tanaka. As Minoru Tanaka, the All Japan junior heavyweight champion. So we got champion versus champion. A lot of fun there. I'm a little nervous to see, obviously, how Minoru Tanaka's stats are going to go. And I only had him be a one appearance type of deal. So we're just going to have to risk it and just throw it all out there. So the GHC Junior Tag Team title match and the GHC Junior Tag League Finals. It's the Time Splitters. Alex Shelley Kushida versus Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. beat them during the actual round-robin tournament part. Now for the finals, can they do it again, or will the Time Splitters get the win and be the new GHC Junior Tag Team Champions? A lot of fun there. As Jun Akiyama and Naomichi Marufuji. A match that was set up a couple of shows ago, and now it's going to take place at the Great Voyage in Osaka, Volume 2. That's a fun co-main event. That should be a lot of fun. As the GHC Tag Team title matchup of Kings of Wrestling, Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli versus Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki. We've seen those ratings a little bit, with what we just saw in that 6-man. Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki, they are better than them, so are they going to get the win and stop that GHC heavyweight tag team title reign of the Kings of Wrestling short, or will the Kings of Wrestling somehow beat Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki and get a huge win there in the co-main event or main event? I kind of left that open to maybe, I was like, maybe we have Kenta take on somebody and have him, defend the title against, like, a Morishima, or, who knows, type of thing. I'm really kind of torn on what I want to do. I want a big-time title match, but at the same time, we already have 3. So maybe a Kings of Wrestling, Kenta Kobashi, Go Shiozaki is just a good main event there. It's very tough to decide, but, I'll have to figure it out sooner rather than later, because it's literally there right now, That's going to be crazy. Alrighty, it's finally here. The Great Voyage in Osaka, Volume 2. My God, I mean, this is just awesome that we've made it this far. In this tour, we did it. Another tour in the bag. As we got a backstage incident, and it's a wrestler's court incident. Yeah, I mean, of course he's not going to pick up the tag. It's fucking Takashi Ukida. He's probably making $300 a night. Like, that's tough. It's a tough bill to pick up. As we're going to change, obviously, this to Osaka. As, man, we'll have to see how many people... Oh, I'll have to change this now. Let's get this back up to about 15,000. So, yeah, we can go to Osaka Castle Hall. That works for me. And we'll run there. Alright. So, this is the jumbled up version of the card now that we're going to go with. So we're going to go from the top and the bottom. Kenta Kobashi, Go Shiozaki taking on the GHC Tag Team Champions of Kings of Wrestling. Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio's going to beat Kenta Kobashi. That's a tough one, because it's like, well, He's either gonna beat an old Kenta Kobashi or he's gonna beat Go Shizaki, and then he'll have to be like in the #1 contendership of like a fucking title. And I went with Claudio instead of Hero, even though Hero has more pop, just to get Claudio a little bit more up to speed, really, in that regard. I knew Kobashi was gonna be pissed, but I just can't. I just can't do it. So there's gonna be a promo after the Jun Akiyama Marufuji match, and it's gonna be Kenta. Kenta's gonna come out and challenge Marufuji to a title match for the anniversary show, which should be very, very fun. As, I mean, these two, they were the co-main event of the Masama Memorial show, so we just figured do it again, this time on a bigger scale in the co-main, so that's a lot of fun there. Then, obviously, the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team and Junior Tag League Finals, and it's going to be the Time Slayers getting the win over Low Ki and Zack Sabre Jr., your new Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and the Time Slayers. Talk about a fucking ultimate push. They just kind of came around at the right they were the right place, right time type of thing. They were clicking. They were doing some great matches. And, yeah, I mean, that's a great win for them. We got Takashi Tsujura and Hiroki Goto on this card. Now, this is an awesome match. In this mod, will it be an awesome match? No, but please go out there. If you've never seen Takashi Tsujura and Hiroki Goto matches, please go out there. Go out of your way. Yeah, I'm sure they're on New Japan World. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. They're fucking fantastic. You know, they're just two men that were just built to battle each other, or Hiroki Goto and Takashi Tsujura. We're going to give them 18, and Goto's going to get the win this time, actually. So that's the first time a New Japan guy has beaten, like, a Noah guy in this series. It just felt like it was time. You know, we've really been using New Japan to our advantage, and especially with how we booked Bad Intentions, but, yeah, I just felt like it was only right we give them a bone there, as the junior title matchup, the GHC Junior Heavyweight title matchup. He's taking on the All Japan Junior Champion. That's a Triple Crown champ. What was so crazy about the Takashi Tsujura Hiroki Goto match? At first, I was like, maybe we should have him take on Kaiji Muto. And I was like, Muto's probably not going to let us beat him. So, how about Suwama? Triple Crown. It's like, let's change it up. Let's go with the New Japan guy. Let's go with Goto. Kotori Suzuki's going to beat Minoru there. That's going to be an intriguing one, because I don't know how Minoru's going to have as far as ratings wise, but hopefully it goes over well. So here's a match that we added that since the last time you saw the card, as Kensuke Office, Kensuke Sasaki, Katsuki Nakajima taking on Muhammad Yan and Takeshi Morishima. These two men had some big these two teams had some big wins at our Navigation with Breeze kind of final show. Kensuke Office beating Bad Intentions, and Muhammad Yan and Takeshi Morishima beat, kind of forget who they beat now. Off the top of my head, what's it? It's by Smith Keith Walker. Not great. Not a great win. Sure, you know, it wasn't like Taue and Marufuji when they beat the Blue Justice Army of Wataru and Yuji Nagata, but still. That was still very, very fun. You know, you're kind of looking at this card, and you're kind of like, why didn't Kensuke and Nakajima get like a title defense instead of Kobashi and Go Shiozaki? That's a great question. You know, because earlier it was setting up right there that it should have been Nakajima and Kensuke, but we went another direction. And it's an interesting direction nonetheless, though. But it should be fine, nonetheless. So then the Takuma Sano Yoshihiro Takayama match. It is going to be a 3-minute destruction by Yoshihiro Takayama. He's going to beat the living shit out of Takuma Sano there. And then the 6-man, it is going to be Los Perros del Mal de Japón taking on Taue and Yin and Yang. Just a fun little 6-man of Taue with Yin and Yang. And I wanted to see how Paraguayo does, but I didn't want to give him the win, so we just went with Nozawa beating Jimmy Yang there. Jimmy Yang is fucking pissed. Wow, did not see that happening. I figured he'd be pretty cool with that. We'll keep him strong. There we go. And we're over by 5 minutes. That's alright, we can fix that. Let's see here. So, I probably should take off a little bit from this tag match. Just a little bit, just like 17. And then we'll take off from this. We'll make it 10. There we go. Perfect. 9 segments. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people have been used too much. Looks like King's Wrestling, Kushida, and Zack. Goto's got broken fingers. I would have loved to have known that before I got him, but that's alright. I'm sure it'll still be a fine match. Alright, let's see how this, Great Voyage in Osaka. The Osaka Joe Castle Hall. Yeah. See how we're rocking. I probably should have done a pre-show match. That's alright, though, as Los Perros del Mal de Japón getting the win over Akira Taue and Yin and Yang. I should have changed their fucking picture. That's alright, as that'll be a new, the next episode thing, as Nozawa pinning Jimmy Yang with the Nozawa driver. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Yang was the tied Nozawa, so I'm not too upset about that one. Paraguay was a 40. I was hoping to at least be in the 40s. That seems to be like a good indicator when you're a new debut. If you're in like the 40s, like you're doing all right. You know, Zack the Producer right now is a 40, and now he's almost high 50s or almost high 40s, and it's only been one tour. That's just good progress there. Takayama Squash got a 40 there. That's tough, but I wanted it to be a squash, and probably should have gave maybe Sano a little bit more time in that match as well, but I figured it'd be a lot of fun doing a 3-minute beatdown of Takayama killing Takuma Sano. As Mama Yan and Takeshi Morishima get a huge win over Kensuke Sasaki and Katsuya Nakajima. Mainly, you know, I think that's lining up a number one contendership for Kings of Wrestling with this one, as Morishima pinning Nakajima with the Amaze Impact. 74 for Kensuke Sasaki, 68 for Morishima, 61 for Muhammad Yan. Yan having great chemistry with Takeshi Morishima there, that's great. Yeah, I mean, dropping it down a little bit in length kind of hurt it, as far as match was a little too short for an important match for the eyes of the audience, but still, I think it was unnecessary there. So 65, wow, for the junior match, did pretty well. Kotori Suzuki with the Blue Destiny in 13 minutes. Good stuff. Hell yeah, Kotori Suzuki. It's a 66 for Goto and Takashi Tsujihara. Yeah, Goto got slowed down by the injury, but still, it was fine. It's still a good match. 66 there, as got the crowd hotter as well. So we'll take that. Not enough selling. I would have guessed that between those two. As Time Splitters and Loki and Zack Sabre Jr. as the Time Splitters getting the one and are the new Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions and have won the Global Junior Tag League. Hell yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah, look at fucking Zack. He's already in the 50s. Just, it takes time type of thing. Nice to see Kushida and Shelley getting a Tag Team Specialist bonus. They're in the 50s as well. Good stuff. Hell yeah. 67 for the co-main. Marufuji and Jun Akiyama's Marufuji getting the win there. Like the Morishima, or the Masawa Memorial Show, rather. Jesus. As then afterwards, the Kenta promo challenging Marufuji, just kind of hyping up that those two changed the way Noah ran their business and just kind of changed the way Japanese Press views junior heavyweights as far as in a heavyweight type of match and a heavyweight type of setting many years ago, and they're going to do it again at the anniversary show. And Kenta wants his first defense to be against Naomichi Marufuji, just kind of hyping up that as well between the obvious history between those two. That should be a fun fucking match, obviously. I'm hoping that's going to be the best match of the series so far. Fingers fucking crossed on that one. As then the main event rather, Jesus, it's a 67. Kings of Wrestling getting the win. Claudio hitting the Ricola bomb on Kenta Kobashi. I would pay big money to see that. That's a huge win for Kings of Wrestling. Obviously, they got outperformed. I figured they would there, but I just didn't want them to lose the belts just yet. Kobashi and Go, I think maybe down the line, they'll probably have a tack run, but just not yet. Just not ready. Not the perfect time there. Plus, we get Hero and Claudio up a little bit higher. At least Heroes has a 62, which is awesome to see there, and Claudio hopefully can be in the 60s sooner rather than later. But, I mean, it's not a bad show. I would have loved to have seen a 70 from that, of any of those matches. Really, obviously, the Takayama squash, we just had that a little too short. If we stretched out a little bit longer, probably would have done not a 40, but that's fine. Yeah, it was just a joke kind of match anyway, just to have Takayama beat the shit out of Takuma Sano. But everything else, man, I mean, sure, it's a lot of 60s, but I like that. I like that the card gelled together so well. You could kind of have something for everybody. You had some great tag stuff with Mama Yan and Morishima and Kensuke Nakajima. You had a very good junior match. You had an awesome kind of big, beefy boy slapping meat type of match of Hiroki Goto and Takashi Tsujihara. Having a great junior tag match. Then Marufuji and Jun Akiyama, just, kind of more traditional Japanese pro wrestling, kind of heavyweight type of match in the 2010s type of feel to that one. And then obviously the main event being the tag match of Kings Wrestling and Kobashi and Go Shiozaki. just all in all, yeah, it's everything I could have hoped for. We're gonna put Kobashi over because he put over Claudio. I'm probably gonna give some love to Goto. To be honest, be like, hey man, why don't you stay? Well, who needs to go back to New Japan? And man, I don't know who really else to put over here. I guess we'll put over Takayama just because he had a really good performance, even though it was a squash. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah, another episode down. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the anniversary tour next week. How fun. Take care, everyone.